Breaking news, the way that your credit score is calculated is changing in this year of 2025. This could seriously impact the ability for you to either buy a home, get an auto loan, or even qualify for business funding, like it wasn't already hard enough. Some people will find that their credit scores will improve drastically, while some of you might find it even harder to get approved for just the bare minimum. So in this video, I'm gonna break down these major changes, more importantly, what you can actually do to stay ahead of the curve. So let's go ahead and get into it, and without further ado, let's dive in. Let's start with one of the biggest changes that can either help or hurt your credit score, which is medical debt. Medical debt has been an Achilles heel for a lot of consumers when it came to either raising their credit score or just holding them back. Starting in March 17th, 2025, medical debt will no longer appear on anybody's credit report, as in the making of this video. This is huge because medical bills have historically lowered credit scores, and even for responsible borrowers. Here's what this actually means. Lenders are now prohibited to consider medical debt as making a credit decision. So when you're trying to go for that home loan, that auto loan, or anything like that, they cannot use this as a deciding factor as whether they're going to approve you or deny you. The next thing is the credit bureaus must remove all medical collections from your credit report. So if you do have any outstanding balances or anything of that nature, they have to, by law, remove all of that from your credit report. So this is drastically going to help a lot of people. And by saying that, I'm going into my third point, which is credit scores could increase on average of 20 points for all affected consumers. So understanding that this change can benefit millions of Americans who have struggled with unexpected medical expenses. Because think about it, how many times have you or you seen somebody go to the doctor, they thought that they paid for everything or their insurance paid for everything, just to get another random bill in the mail 60 days later, and you're like, man, where did this come from? So this is gonna really help all of you guys. However, please keep in mind that, you're still responsible for paying that medical bill. I can't believe I have to say this, but just because you're not going to see it on your credit report does not mean that you can just wait 180 days or anything of that nature to not pay the debt, because that's crazy. You never know what type of stipulations they're going to put in this. So just go ahead and take care of it at your earliest convenience, okay? They just won't tank your credit score anymore. Hey guys, real quick, if you're an established business owner that's watching this video right now and you have damaged credit and you're looking to get the funding you need to take your business to that next level, what I'm gonna do for all of you is open up my hands-on How to Credit Start program, where I'm helping all business owners repair their damaged credit, help you with the business credit, and show you the sequences to get you the funding to take your business and scale to that next level, just like my client did right here. Then what I want you to do is click the link below to sign up for the list so we can get you started and we can scale your business to the moon. Again, click the link below right now. It's totally free. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So after March 17, 2025, please check your credit report to ensure any medical collections have been approved. Now, disclaimer, I've seen a lot of people talk about this, but I just want to let you know, don't think that just after March 17th, you're not going to see any type of medical collections be removed. Some of you might, some of you might not. So you still have to give them, I would say, on average, at least 90 days before they actively get everybody's medical collections off their credit report. I don't believe that they just have a button that they can just press to remove everybody's information. So please at least give it a max of 90 days before you try to go approve or go apply for anything in the future, all right? Now that we have the medical collections out of the way, now we can talk about the new factors that may affect your credit score as well. Lenders are now looking beyond just credit cards, ladies and gents, and loans to determine your credit worthiness. It's not about that anymore. It's way deeper than this. Here are some factors that can also impact your credit score, so please stay up on this. Utility payments and rent history. Paying on time can in fact boost your credit score. Yes, just by being a responsible adult, you can see your credit scores raise even higher. They're trying to utilize every little bit that they can to try to help people's credit scores raise. So if they can utilize your rent payment or your rent history or things like that, they most definitely will. And I can be an advocate of this because when I moved to this location, I seen a random account pop up on my credit report, and I didn't apply for anything at that time. So when I actually did some digging and I went to go see it, I seen that this actual company is actually being serviced by my renting office. So every time that I make an on-time payment, they report it to that third party, which actually helps boost my credit score. So I know if this renting place is doing it, a lot of other rentals are doing it as well. So just paying your rent on time is definitely going to help it. For my people that pay mortgages, I know that they're having something in the works to actually do that as well. So just stay on top of that, and even your utility bills. So make sure you stay on top of, your gas, your lights, water, things of that nature, right? The next thing that I want to get into is employment details. This is not low-hanging fruit, all right, ladies and gents, please understand this. Job stability may play a new role in loan approvals, okay? The reason why is because anytime that you go for a loan with Navy Federal, PenFed, or anything like that, you ever notice why they ask you how long have you been at your job? Yeah, because they want to see how stable you are. And they're starting to pull from secondary lenders to see how accurate that data is when you tell them, oh, I've been there for 3 months, 3 years. Not 3 months, I'm sorry, but 3 years, 6 years, things of that nature. And how do I know is, have you ever pulled your credit report from Smart Credit or sometimes MyFreeScoreNow? You ever notice that they actually give you a score when it comes to your job information? Yes, that's actually a thing. So lenders are gonna start utilizing this to see how stable you are. So stop jumping from job to job thinking that it's cool, because it might hurt you in the future. The next thing I just wanna go over is digital transaction data and mobile phone usage. I know it sounds a little weird, but let me just explain. Lenders may start analyzing your spending habits, okay? Again, guys, you have no idea how much or how easy it is to get your information to see what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis, all right? These digital footprints are a real thing. It's such as like early warning services, ARS, CoreLogic, LexisNexis, all of them, they have all this information where they can continuously gather from you to see what you're actually utilizing. So if you think that sometimes you can just hide your debt because some of these other, YouTubers or IG people are telling you that you can hide your debt, yeah, there's other ways to still see what you're actually doing. So you have to understand that having this in order and actually staying on top of this is a really, really important factor. Also, guys, since we're on the topic of credit reporting and things of that nature, what's going to change, you have to still get all of these other negatives off your credit report, whether it's a late payment, charge off, collection, the list goes on and on. You cannot get approved for anything in the future if you have negatives on your credit report. So what I want you to do is sign up for my how-to credit restoration program, where I'm helping individuals just like you remove negatives from your credit report without lifting a finger. So what I want you to do is click the link below to sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me to see if you're eligible for the program, so we can get your credit scores over 700. But enough about that, let's get back to the video. Now, for the job stability and things of that nature, this is great news for people who don't have a long credit history but are responsible with their money. If you have been paying your rent on time, your utility bills on time, you got your water in check, things of that nature, you may see an improvement on your credit score because they're starting to use secondary lenders to make sure that they're utilizing all the right information. So consider using services like MyFreeScoreNow, Identity IQ, MyFICO, or annualcreditreport.com, which allows you to see what's going on accurately on your credit profile, all right? Don't always just use Credit Karma. It's not the best module. There's a reason why it's free. It gives you sometimes faulty information or misleads you. So utilize places like these. And if you need these, click the link in my bio. I give you a link just to make it easy for you. So I gave you all the information as far as what's actually going to change. So I just want to give you the next part, which is how to prepare for these 2025 credit changes. These credit reporting rules could either, again, help or hurt you depending on how prepared you are. So I want you to be more proactive than reactive. So here's what you need to do right now. This is what I need you to do as soon as you get off this video, all right? Check your credit scores. Remember when I said go get MyFreeScoreNow, MyFICO, things like that? Yeah, go pull that so you can see what the accurate credit bureaus are saying across the board, all right? Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Credit Karma is not going to give you the right information, and you can't trust your banks because they're only giving you one credit bureau, and it might not even be the right credit monitoring system. So please just utilize, these specific places to get all three of your credit reports. The second one, number 2, is making on-time payments. Guys, please set reminders for your due dates and statement closing dates. I'm so tired of hearing people, talking to people on a regular on these phone calls, or just individuals that I know personally where they try to keep everything right here. And I know you do the same thing. So please stop keeping all the dates right here. Use Siri, use Google Assistant as an alert to tell you about upcoming payments. And the last bullet point I just want to give you is leveraging alternative credit data. Ensure that your rent, utilities, and subscriptions are being reported to the credit bureaus, okay? If they're not, if you don't see any type of credit reporting agencies or third parties that's actually, reporting it like my renting services or anything like that, you can use things like BoomPay, Rental Karma, Rent Reporters, things like that to report your rent. And those links will be in the description as well. Even with your utilities, if you have a secure credit card or something like that, you can utilize it and put it on your credit card and then pay it off. That's still a way to ensure that you're getting the bang for your buck as far as being a responsible adult. If you're paying for Netflix and things of that nature, you can do the same exact thing. Make sure that you're putting it on a credit card, or they have a specific credit building service that will make sure that everything is getting paid on time and you're getting the points that you deserve, okay? So with all that being said, these credit reporting updates could be a turning point for millions of Americans. While some may benefit from score boosts, I already know some will face challenges because they're not being proactive. They're worried about the wrong things. So make sure that you're staying informed and making strategic financial decisions. This will, again, be the key so you can stay ahead of the curve. And one last thing, just to reiterate again, just don't sit on this information. Be proactive. The people who win are going to be the ones that are changing the credit landscape and the ones who are actually taking action. And I want you to be the action, all right? I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now take action of all this information, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.